Turning now to this morning's U.S. Bank Economic 360, we're hearing a growing drumbeat of just how bad economic conditions are in Europe and how bad they're getting in recent months. So how do these events impact us here, local families in the tri-state, and how will they impact in the months ahead? For some insight on these questions, we're joined by U.S. Bank investment analyst Jim Russell. Good to have you with us, Jim.
Good morning, sir.
Europe seems like it's a far distance away, but it's a small world. So how are we being affected by what's going on in Europe, and how bad is it?
Brian, the impact is growing. As you'd mentioned, the drumbeat is getting a little bit louder. I think the impact to the families here in the tri-state will be seen most predominantly through the manufacturing channel and through jobs. A couple of examples. Number one, Europe is much larger in terms of economic activity even than the United States. Europe is made up of 27 countries, United States, of course, being one country, but it's a larger in aggregate block in terms of economic activity. Therefore, if Europe slows, everybody's going to feel it. China is slowing, certainly the United States is slowing, and we're already starting to see that in the numbers. The forward-looking numbers, especially in the manufacturing area, are already starting to show order books that are slowing quite a bit.
Manufacturing is key to Cincinnati in Ohio.
Absolutely. Another example of maybe the slowdown has been because of the stronger U.S. dollar that has kind of come from the U.S. crisis, or the crisis from Europe is starting to wash ashore. Treasury bonds are very high in value, interest rates very low, the U.S. dollar very strong. That's slowing manufacturing. You've got an example here, a couple statistics I'd like to highlight just how important manufacturing is to Ohio and here locally as well. As mentioned, Ohio is the 5th largest state for manufacturing in the country, so very important. Manufacturing is very important to our job base here. You can see that 12% of the workforce in Ohio is associated with manufacturing versus 8% for the average U.S. citizen, so 50% greater. And so in Cincinnati, it's 11% of the workforce. So a slowdown in manufacturing is kind of a negative drag on jobs and a headwind for the region.
Where do you, at U.S. Bank, where do you see this going?
This is going to be messy. Literally today, Sunday, June 17th, there will be a Greek election to vote whether they stay within the Eurozone or out. Regardless of how that vote goes, and we think that Greece will vote to stay in the Eurozone, we think that there will be additional fallout, additional bailouts needed, too much debt, not enough growth to service the debt, and an incomplete political environment. This is going to probably take another year to sort out, Brian, and remain in the headlines.
Still a little shaky. Thanks, Jim.
Yes,
Happy Father's Day.
Same to you.
All right.